Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. In the Caro-Kann defense, c6 supports a quick d7-d5 pawn push to control the center and challenge the e4 pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center and controls the d4 and e5 squares. d5 takes space in the center, attacks the e4 pawn, and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. The bishop moves forward into the game. Solid choice in the opening. Moving from its starting spot, the bishop gets involved in the game. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. A solid choice. This strikes at the center to fight for space. This is the strongest option. Now black can't stop white from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. That pawn was free for the taking. Moving from its starting spot, the knight gets involved in the game. This misses an opportunity to prepare a retreat square for the king. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. This wins a pawn. This overlooks a better way to develop a queen off its starting square. This permits the opponent to take an open file with a rook. This misses an opportunity to take an open file with a rook. This is not the right idea. This creates space for the king to move in case it is attacked. This moves the bishop to safety. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. This threatens to tactically win a knight. This prevents the opponent from being able to tactically win a knight. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. The knight was sacrificed, a brilliant move. This is the way to win a pawn. This removes a queen that was threatening to win material. Takes back. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. That pawn capture will win material after all trades are complete. The knight is now adequately defended. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This isolates a pawn, which is a weakness. This is a fair move. The pawn is now adequately defended. White had an advantage, but now the game is close to equal. Very precise. Right on target. The game was close to balanced, but now black is worse. This moves the rook to safety. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This overlooks an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. This allows the opponent to take an open file with a rook. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This overlooks an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a rook. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This is the only move that works. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This overlooks an opportunity to force an isolated pawn. This is an equal trade. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. This moves the bishop to safety. This places a rook on the 7th rank, where it can be highly active. That was a free pawn. There was only one good move there, and black did not spend enough time trying to find it. This loses a pawn. There is a different move here that is winning. There was only one good move there, and black did not spend enough time trying to find it. Pushing a passed pawn. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn. White's bishop has moved to a square with greater activity and control. There were worse moves, but also something much better. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. The bishop finds a new active square. Pushing a passed pawn. Placing a rook behind an opposing passed pawn can inhibit the pawn's ability to promote. This is the way to win a bishop. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This wins a bishop. This is the strongest option. That pin against the king will win a bishop. This threatens to play checkmate. This creates luft for the king, providing it an escape square. That bishop was free for the taking. This steps away from the checking rook. This misses an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. This is the only good move. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. White was worse off, but now they are in a losing position. Very precise. This evades the check from the rook. Now, white can't stop black from winning a rook if they make the right moves. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn. This is the way to win a rook. Right on target. Takes back. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This misses an opportunity to use a rook to counter a passed pawn. This is the strongest option. There was only one good move there. This is the only good move. This threatens to create a protected passed pawn. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. The game was close to equal, but now black has the advantage. This allows the opponent to eventually win material. This missed an opportunity to punish a mistake. This misses an opportunity to eventually win material. Pushing a passed pawn. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This steps away from the checking rook. This threatens to force eventual checkmate.